No, 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 no. Why? Ahoy, salty dogs. Cap here, and we're playing on the Star Squadron server. This is episode number 11. Hey, Rabenschild. I'm doing well. Today we've got a couple of things we want to do. Oh, I hope I can still... Okay, cool, I can. We've got the Lancer parked in the shipyard right now, and I don't have a way out of gravity. We're just gonna jump off. Eventually, I'll find a way to jump off my station and get out of gravity. Okay, there we go. We're not gonna decommission the Lancer yet. I'm thinking we'll keep it around at least until we have a replacement for it. So what we are gonna do though is hop in this bad boy, and we'll park it on one of the side docks that we worked on last episode over that direction. Today though, we want to do a little bit of work on the eyes and ears. I've done a little bit of reading. We're gonna make... Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're a little bit bigger than I expected, I guess. So I've done some reading on the systems that we have in the ship right now, and I think we're gonna remove some and adjust some. I really think it would be cool to have a cloaker. Uh-oh, doesn't fit. Will it fit here? Doesn't fit there either. Alright, let's find out why. I think it's the slabs, actually. I think I know why. Anyway, I really would like to have a cloaker, which isn't feasible currently. We need more power for that. So I did some research about the cloaker and kind of what it requires. Basically, for every 10 blocks, it needs 100 energy. I think that's what it is. Let's see. Okay, I see what the problem is. It is these slabs on the bottom. I gotta get rid of these. I think I only need to get rid of this one and this one, and now it should fit. I want to dock it on the second one instead of the first one because I'm afraid that if I dock it on the first one, it'll extend too far and block some of those storage pods. So, but we're gonna dock it on the second one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on the Eyes and Ears Mark II today. I want to adjust kind of the systems that are available. It seems like basically what we want to do, if we want to have a cloaker, we have to sacrifice our shields. Still doesn't fit. That's very strange. I wonder why that is. Can I park it facing the other way, maybe? No, it won't fit that way either. Well, maybe we'll park it somewhere else. Fine. If it wants to be ornery like that, we'll park it elsewhere. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan for today, at least for the first bit here. I'm going to go ahead and figure out this docking situation. I was hoping we could just dock it and kind of start, but it looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit of work to get this to actually work for us. So I'm going to figure out what the problem is here, and then we'll get the eyes and ears in the shipyard and kind of meet back up. Okay? Okay. Alright, so we've got the Lancer docked. There it is. I had to remove all of the slabs, so I'm not sure. Maybe it counts them as a full block or something. Anyway, we got that removed. I've got the eyes and ears docked there. So we're going to hop in this. We're going to place order. We're going to deconstruct to design. We're going to call this Eyes and Ears Mark II. And we're going to edit this design. So that's how we're gonna do this. We'll still have the Mark I available, but we'll have the Mark II available as well. Can I rename this? Edit. Eyes and Ears. Okay, so now we have Eyes and Ears, and we have Eyes and Ears Mark II. Interesting. Alright, so now we can place order. Oh, the design is already loaded. Okay, so let's teleport to it. Eisenhower's Mark II, set destination, activate. Stand in the thing. All right. So now that we're in it, we can hop in the ship core. You know what I just realized? This may not be the best thing, because inner ship remotes, of course, don't maintain their data. Well, whatever. Through shipyards and stuff, but whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So the first thing I want to do is let's switch to. We'll stay in creative actually because we want access to every block. What we're gonna do is basically all the shields and stuff are in this module. We're just gonna remove all of those and replace them with power. Maybe not all of them with power, but replace a bunch of them with power. So we're gonna remove those. We're going to remove the scanner as well. Well, we might leave the scanner. I don't use it, though. But it's called the eyes and ears. It kind of needs scanning capabilities, right? But anyway, we're going to remove the shields and stuff and just rely on our cloaker. Cloaker. And hopefully we can end up with enough power for it. So that'll give us the cloaker. Now the important thing about the cloaker is that there are no modules. It just needs a crap load of power. It's something like 100 power generation per 10 blocks, I think. So 10 times the... So you have to get 10 times per second the mass of the structure. I think that's what it is. So here's the guts of the ship. Let's actually go ahead and fix... Whoa, we don't want wedges. Let's go ahead and fix these rail dockers. Those were just temporary. So we definitely don't want those on there. All right, so here's the guts of this pod. We're going to completely take all this out. Whoops, I don't want any of it. Let's see, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can put Z at 10, and then do this a little more quickly by, oh, look, it's actually 11. But we can do this a little more quickly by, well, that's fine. Oh, eventually I will figure out what I'm trying to do. Okay. If we undo one, then we should be able to still take them all. I don't know what's... Oh, some layers are deeper than others. Okay, I gotcha. So now we can remove all those. That's one too many. That's still one too many? Okay, finally. We'll just remove 9 and call it good there. I do have some power in here, but we're going to take all of it away. We'll remove all of it. And make room for what we actually want in here. We'll reorganize everything inside this pod. It's based on the mass, so there are two ways to kind of view this idea. We can either decrease our mass by removing blocks, or we can just change the distribution of it, and hopefully we come up with something that we actually can use. Right now, our jump drive, right, wants 100 modules, or it did want 100 modules with this full. So let's see if we can't get that up to 100 modules first. We're gonna do like power lines of these, because we're going to switch, we're going to put in more power lines as well. And actually, it probably would be a good idea to select our jump drive first, right? That way we're not just kind of placing blocks. There we go. Make sure our blocks are useful. All right, that's what we want. Oh, now how many of these do we actually need? Can we go ahead and look at it here? All right, so we're at 77. It says we need 98. So we might have to fill this up. We might not have enough room to have both the cloaker and the efficient jump drive. All right, we're at 122, so we're over where we need to be. 104. That's close enough. That's close enough. I did want to put some more overdrive effect modules if possible as well. So we will fill out the rest of this available space with those. At least as far as the checkerboard pattern goes. And yep, we'll put that one there. And I'm not sure how efficient our overdrive is going to be currently with this current setup, because I wasn't... it was at 50% before. I think it can be up to double, so up to an extra 100%, which that would be really nice if we could achieve that. Mostly we just want a really fast ship. That was the idea, fast and stealthy. So that's the apex of that. Now we can do reactors. We're going to fill in basically everywhere else with these power reactors. And then we'll take her out for a test and see if it's going to work. We may have to construct it to get an accurate test. I know there's kind of a weird thing with the shipyards just don't really operate exactly as intended. So the mechanism that I have in place too to launch the drones will have to adjust. Whoops, and that means building the ship and then adjusting it. In this case, because we will have to rename all of those inner ship remotes. Okay, that's basically what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and fill out the rest of these blocks. We'll put them back in place. We'll build this thing and... Oh, Rabenschild's talking to me. Thank you. Want to talk a bit? Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll check out Rabenschild's thing. He wants to work with us on the... Kind of like... He wants to standardize... the cargo containers. So we might hang out with him a little bit and see about that as well. So we met with Rabenschild, and I spoke with him for several hours, probably about 3 or so hours, about shipping containers. It was a very exciting conversation, actually. It's a lot more exciting than it sounds like it was. So we actually kind of decided, and this was all mostly Rabenschild's idea, but we decided that since we're both working on similar projects, we're kind of working on the same project but on different ends of it. Rabenschild is focused on getting his ship first, and I focused on the containers sorting first. But we're both working on shipping containers. We figured if we're both working on containers, let's standardize. So we made I made some alterations to my containers, and thusly to my kind of mechanism to produce them and store them. Which, by the way, there was another bug with this. I think I fixed it. We're going to try it. But I wanted to show those containers real fast. We'll get back to the other ship in just a moment. It's built. We haven't tested it. We're going to test it together. But I want to show you guys the new cargo pods. Actually, let's build one first. We're going to go ahead and construct the whole thing. And that'll do its thing, whatever. We're going to hop out of build mode and take a look at it. So the changes we made there were a few. We altered the orientation and the location of these things, the dockers, on the pods. So Rabenschild had this idea that it would make more sense to... Let me start over. So my pods originally were 9 by 9 by 16. And I had my dockers oriented so that this was the front of the pod. And I had my rail dockers on the top and on the bottom pointing the front. I had the ones on the sides at like the lower third also pointing at the front. And so to kind of standardize and match what Rabenschild's pods work with, we kind of adjusted it. So his pods are perpendicular to mine. If you were to lay my pod on its left side, or on its side as we look at it, so this is the top, this is the bottom. That's how Rabenschild designed his pods. So he's got his Dockers with the front and bottom pointing up, so that would be this way, and the top and the front and bottom, the front and back pointing up. So this would be like the front pointing upward, and the bottom points in that same direction, and then the top and bottom both point toward the front. There we go. We made them 17. We changed the size of the pod, so now they're 17 blocks tall instead of 16, so that we have a middle band, so that we can put a Docker in the middle, which that's fine. I haven't built my ship yet, so I was happy to make those easy changes. I moved the button as well. This button is very important to the way this pod works. So the idea is that the pod is autonomous, right? We don't necessarily have to use it as a ship. Right now, in the prototype version of my pods, they are complete ships. They have thrusters, they have power generation. This is a ship, man, and it's a decent ship. But in the end, it's just a cargo pod. So anyway, we've got it full of cargo modules, and this cargo container storage block is linked with all the storage modules inside. This activation module is connected to the storage block, so when you turn on the activation module, it turns on auto pull in the storage block. When you turn it off, of course, it turns off auto pull. See right there. That's important because primarily I was going to use these pods on my mining ship, so I need a way to get the storage pods to pull the resources from the mining ship, put them in the pods. So that's why we have a button. But at the same time, I want to be able to dock my pods to my station and unload them into the station stockpile. And you can't have auto pull on the pod to do that. So I need to be able to hit a button and turn them off. I moved the button at Rabenschild's suggestion because he, and this is brilliant and exactly right, you can activate this with a ship core if it's outside. I did have it previously under the door in here, and that just wasn't going to fly, so because you can't do it with a ship core. I also took another suggestion for these from Sven The Slayer, who suggested that I use slabs for the doors. Great idea, Sven. Now I don't have to fly up and kiss the ship core to get into it. I just have to be like at least halfway into this block. So perfect idea. That works brilliantly. The pusher still works sometimes, just as sporadic as it was before. We did, while I was working with Rabenschild the other day, we did try beams. We replaced this with push beams. We tried so many different configurations, and we just could not get beams to work. The pusher actually was more reliable than the beams, surprisingly enough. So, the pusher stays. It got redesigned a little bit, but it stays. So let's undock and go ahead and set this baby up. Now, there was one change we had to make to the way the rails dock, and that is this rotation block right here. This is a counterclockwise, I think, rotation block. And the reason for that is now, because these point in a different direction, when this docks, it turns the module so that the skull faces that way, faces like this. But I still wanted them to be in storage facing out. So I put in that rotation dock, and that kind of resolves that problem. Let's go ahead and fire the pusher and see if it's going to work for us. It may work, it may not. It's still sporadic. The beams didn't work any better, though, so I'm going to leave it with the pusher because I like the idea a little better. Yeah, it still doesn't want to work. That's okay, because we only need 12 of these, and then we'll probably never use this again. So once this is full, then, you know, that's the end of using this mechanism. It's not like I'm using it constantly or anything. If it only works sometimes, that's perfectly fine with me. All right, I've got the third dock. Let's see or the third pod, I guess. Come on, come on. There it goes. So you see it docks, and then it has to spin to orient itself properly. They work fine, though, so that's the important part. I ended up decorating all of the hallways while I had some free time. I just put the same kind of decorations I have everywhere else, like this. So that's done. But I wasn't able to get the slabs under here. I just noticed that this was going to be a problem because, yeah, it gets caught on the pods, so they don't work properly. Darn, right there. Because now they're a block taller, so the clearance isn't quite the same. The clearance is tight also in these now. I only left 1 block gap here, and I'm too lazy to redesign this whole part. But that's fine. Oh, there's a missing block. Oh, we're going to have to fix that. Okay. We'll have to fix that. Yeah, the clearance is fine, though. I mean, as long as they don't put any rail dockers facing down, which I don't know why I would, then that's not a problem. Easy fix, though. Just run by and put some blocks in here. Okay, I want to... Let's go back to the eyes and ears. I just want to do a side and talk about the new cargo pods. So we're trying to standardize. We're trying to build a standard shape and size and kind of orientation for these docking pod things, so that, you know, across the Star Squadron server, so that we can trade, yeah, so we can trade goods on a mass quantity. We can just trade pods instead. Oh, this place looks a little different. This place is kind of cool still. So I put in some decoration. Did I put a door in here? I did put the door in. This is docking controls. These are going to be to turn on the lights, basically, on the ends of those docking things like we talked about. That's going to go there. I'll have to put some desks in here. And I made a transporter room here, so it looks a little more official, I guess. Anyway, I'm excited to test out the eyes and ears. We made some really cool changes to it. And I definitely want to see if we can get the cloaker to work, make sure the jump drive charges fully, and all that jazz. Anywho, let's do this. Now we can go. All right, let's turn on overdrive. So it's still 50% bonus. Let's see if we actually can move any faster than we could before. What speed were we getting before? Like 190 something? 195, something like that? 171. I think we're even slower than we were. Let's see if the jump drive charges faster. It definitely seems to be charging a little faster. But the piece de resistance, we want to try the cloaker out. Let's charge the jump drive all the way up before we do that. Selected personal cargo out of range. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. We're too close to the star. We gotta get... No, 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 no. Why? I did not realize we were that close to the star. Let's just jump. I don't... That's bad. Okay. Oh, no. We took sun damage. Wow. Okay, how bad is it? How bad is it? Where are we damaged? 1 block missing right there. A couple blocks right here. Any systems? No systems. Okay. Gosh, I did not realize we were that close to the sun. Is our station really that... Wow, we jumped far. Is our station really that close to the sun? I guess it is. That's a big sun. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay, so there is no way we could ever land on that purple planet in our system. Okay, I guess that's good to know. Let's see if we can use this cloaker. I don't think it worked. I don't think we have enough power still. Dang it, man. No, it drained my power all the way. And turned off. I do not have enough power. Still. Gosh, that is crazy. Alright, maybe... Maybe we can replace some of those overdrive modules with power generation, because the overdrive didn't change. Okay, let me try that. So we gotta fly out to the ship again, because shipyards are so buggy. Like, they're so... Shipyards are a great idea, and they're so convenient, but they have so many problems right now that it's almost not worth using them. Like, the slab thing is a really big deal. It doesn't remember any kind of text you put into anything. It doesn't remember your hotbar, which I already set my hotbar up before I undocked, so, which is nice, but, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm still getting 50% speed bonus, even though I removed all those things, so that's a good sign. Does the cloaker work? I think it worked. At least temporarily. Here, let's get up to speed. Will it work in conjunction with our radar jammer, though? That's really the question. Let's get up to speed, which I guess it doesn't matter. We may as well be sitting still. Okay, but let's try it. No, immediately drained all my power. That is crazy, man. How much power generation do I have? Power, 42,000 energy a second. My mass is 184, so I need how much? It should only be 18,000, right? Or is it 180,000 power generation? Because if it's that much, that is crazy. No, if I'm reading the way the cloaker works right, I should have more than double the amount of power I need for this. I don't understand. Maybe cloakers just don't work. I'm really confused. I'm gonna have to do some more testing, guys. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you liked the video, make sure that you leave a like. I really appreciate it. And let me know what you think about the standardized cargo docks, the standardized cargo pods we're working on with Rabenschild. We'll have to get together with him pretty soon and make an episode together as we kind of put our two systems in conjunction.